Hi, good afternoon. So, my presentation is on post-mortem staining that I'm going to go over with y'all today. So the definition of our post-mortem staining is we've got a purple discoloration. This is usually caused by how the person passed away and how they were laying. So if they were laying on their back, you're going to see a lot of blood pooling there, as well as if they passed away face down, you might see this on their face, which is where this could cause a problem for us as embalmers. This also, as opposed to other changes, is a chemical change. As far as this change is concerned, it is outside the vascular system, so embalming doesn't fix it. So we went over this the first couple weeks of our class, chemical change versus a physical change, but I just wanted to notate it here. Chemical changes change our body's substance, our makeup. If I cut a carrot in half, it's still a carrot. Whereas if I notice there's rust on my car, that's there and that's been changed chemically, and I'm not going to be able to get that off. And much the same with our post-mortem staining. You can't really get this off with just the regular, like, cosmetics or things like that. So what this tells us and what this can help us with as embalmers and as medical examiners is this gives us a wide picture of how long this person was gone before they were found, and also what position they were in when they died. So this can give us a lot of clues as to, like, what kind of issues we're going to see, what the vascular system is going to look like, what kind of decomp situation you're going to be looking at, and knowing how long somebody may have been passed away before they were found and things like that. So what this does for us is it creates a lot of issues with presentation. It's extravascular staining, which means this is when our vascular system starts to break down and this blood leaks and it stains the skin. So if you go in to do vascular embalming, that's not going to fix this. So in this case, when you're going to start the embalming process, you want to look over the body as you should for your embalming report and just general, knowledge. You need to look over your body and look for markings, discoloration, sores, because all these things can become problems later, especially if you get someone that had passed away in a facility. You're going to have somebody that may have bed sores. You're going to want to cover those up. You're going to want to make sure those don't leak, things like that. So while doing so, you're going to notice that for most people that passed away in a facility, they're usually going to have this staining on their back, which for us doesn't really create an issue because when they're being seen by their families, they're going to be clothed. Whereas if somebody passed away and they were face down, they may have a lot of swelling and discoloration of the face. So take that into consideration when you're looking. Embalming solutions. What we can do to fix this issue actually has nothing to do with these chemicals here. These are all of our arterial solutions. However, how we can counteract this staining is using bleaching agents. There are embalming agents that help bleach certain areas, and you can make a pack with those and put them on overnight. Now, this may not take away the staining completely, but it will help a whole lot. And the next thing you want to remember is our lovely color wheel when it comes to cosmetics. I know if you're someone who wears makeup, you know what these color correcting things are. This also, like I said, has to do with the color wheel. Green counteracts red. So you're going to want to use green. So if you bleach this area, you notice it's not as light as you want it, go in there with some green color corrector and then cosmetize as normal. And you shouldn't have to do too heavy of an application. hopefully. But that's everything on post-mortem staining. Thanks.